r/antiwork. I am Lucky Dog says. Is my company out of line? The insurance is expensive and the vacation gap is huge. Included photo. Thesparks 841 says. Yeah, that's frick, I'm crazy lol. 3 weeks should be standard for first year employees. Not getting an extra vacation bump for 12 years of service is insane to me. Larad says. Yes, that medical expense is twice monthly? That's way too expensive, and as for vacation days. Ridiculous. You serve 15 years at a company, you better be getting more than a paltry 3 weeks vacation. I'd stay with this job temp and keep looking until you find a better role with time off / sick leave / medical / dental. Deep Fist says. Dutch person here. Because of the KO, collective labor agreement, in my sector we get, among other benefits, a total of 40 paid vacation days. This not to gloat, but to give an example of what unions and collective bargaining can achieve. Because this is sector-wide, it does not matter if you are a member of a union. The agreement is for every employee. I even get my union membership fees back through my employer because the different unions negotiated into our KO. Edit, the 40 days are based on a full-time employment, that is a 40-hour work week, which is the standard. People that work less usually choose to do so themselves. Mobius 80 says. The insurance alone is a deal breaker imo. Look for a new job ASAP. Straight Vapes says. My last remote job started with 4 weeks paid, and insurance is like $250 a pay period. Mystic Mubble says. Vacation setup is not horrible, like medium men. One would negotiate for a third week long before 12 years anyways. 2 weeks up front should be the usual though. Over $1,000 a month for health insurance is insane. Looks like you hired couple no smoking. Enforcer 524 says. Whatever you do, don't Google German law regarding vacation / sick times. You might never want to work again. r/antiwork. Middle Jacket 2360 says. I need 3 days off. On the first day I sleep and recover. The second day I do chores around the house. I need a third day off to actually have time for myself, or I am totally going to lose my mind. Maleet Mole says. I want a job where I can work 1 week and then off for a week or a month lol. Azikara says. Yeah, I have this working 4x 10-hour shifts and I'm a zombie the first 2 days. Healthcare drains the life out of you. Then they take advantage and offer crazy incentive shifts, like extra 15 to 25 an hour plus overtime, that make it hard to say no. I don't know why I do this to myself. Hydrus 29 says. I feel I recently found out I have some nodules growing in my lungs. Between the mental stress, the pain, and generally feeling like crap 2 days off is not enough. Catch Me Fialcon09 says. I agree. Point 1. 4 errands and appointments. 1 for est. 1 to do shit around the house, like laundry, cleaning, etc. I've been able to circumvent this by doing curbside pickup for groceries or Walmart or whatnot on Thursdays and Fridays after work, so it takes at least those of my to-do list. Lost Welder 353 says. So get a warehouse job working 4/12s. Villius 531 says. I do 3 on and 3 off 11h shifts, it's great, can also pick up extra days without pay. Don GF says. I'm about to take 3 vacation days off now. At this point I don't give a damn if my boss approves them or not, I need the time. Fatsjan Fats says. I work 4x8,5h. 3-day weekend is great. Kaamitia says. I've been doing that a lot, and it does help. I don't tend to go on holidays, the work piles up when I'm not there, so coming back to a couple weeks of work is too stressful, so mostly use my time off on long weekends. Had 30 days this year as carried over a few from last year, so that allows a 3-day weekend every other weekend plus still enough days off for a festival. r/anti-work. Obsolete Vernacular 9 says. Recruiters not sharing salary information, but expecting you to schedule a call with them. Honestly, what is the deal with this when they've reached out to you? Do they honestly think you'll be so excited by the opportunity to work a different job when currently employed that you'll take a pay cut? Did my expenses magically go down? I support a family, I'm not just looking for an exciting new adventure. My guess is that they need to make X amount of calls to hit a target, whether that recruitment effort is realistic or not. And Ensnow78 says. I deal with this daily. My first response to them is always, is there a salary plus benefits? They always say no, and I always say sorry, I don't work for free. Obsolete Vernacular 9 says. Yup, I'll see a benefits description and see that the PTO that a company is bragging about is worse than my current PTO. If someone's been at a job for over 7 years, you have to offer something better for them to want to switch. Darth Karja says. My favorite is when they offer you the job but can't give you details about the insurance plan. Had to recently turn down an offer because of that. KRSSG14 says. Former recruiter. In my opinion, if there is no salary transparency, run. It's disrespectful to your time and it's a waste of their time too. People who pay fairly and compensate based on a selected candidate's skill set have no problem being transparent with salary. A recruiter cannot determine a specific amount simply based on your resume, but a range is not a crazy ask. Now I think where candidates can help in this process is to be realistic in where they fall on the salary band. Of course we all want as much money as possible, but to be top of the band, be realistic on whether or not you have top band level experience. Catch Me Falcon09 says. My response to an interview request for a company I didn't apply for. In an effort for excellent time MNGMNT, can you send me the job description and estimated salary ranges? I blah blah blah. Corporate speak most of the time they send it, but it's not accurate. Complete Ad 20 to 27 says. I respond and ask for the following. 1. Job description. 2. If the job is remote then I usually get ghosted, or they reply that the job isn't remote. Kathleen says. And they get mad when you ask them to schedule a call. I'm busy. I don't have the time to just talk to some rando about some position that might not be a good fit at all. Most of them just disappear when I ask for the pay range and the full JD. Finally got a Google Voice number to weed out the recruiters who don't have a clue. r/anti-work. Majestic March 6866 says. Reported my CF for being a sexual predator, now I'm a pariah. Reported him to ours and obviously nothing happened apart from him vehemently denying it. I'm starting to apply for jobs obviously, but I'm absolutely broke, so if I find myself without a job in a few weeks, I will be in a very bad position financially. What a wonderful way to return back from vacation in Europe. I hope everyone that conspires with my posts rots in hell. Quizlickington says. Your seer pays the hours. They have the seer's interest. Ours does not work for the people, but the business interests. Sorry this happened to you. I've seen ours ignore some pretty egregious shit. Ringperson67 says. Document everything. Never talk about it in person or over the phone. Always through email, and back up every email to your own personal email account. Rolf says. You are destitute financially. But you just got back from a European vacation? That doesn't add up. Sensitive Turnip 326 says. Lawyer. Gazovan says. Are there any good people in ours or anybody you can trust at work to talk to about this? Do you know of anyone with legal experience? Any friends or relations that might have a contact with a lawyer? Greedy Pin 9187 says. Sorry this happened to you. Never trust ours. Do a formal complaint through the police. Only an own 6211 says. This kind of shit makes me so angry. It's completely unfair how people with power can just do this shit to people trying to do the right thing. I hope you know you did the right thing. I don't know if that helps, but it's admirable. And not everyone has the strength to do that. Nikos Age says. Document everything and talk to an attorney. Dump shit on Therite says. Lawyer. Issue 92 says. Take your proof to a lawyer and, if advised, the media. Podjol says. Your stupid move was to involve ours. You should have involved the police. Crange 7 says. This is a difficult battle. Ours represents the company, not you. You also reported a situation that is essentially your word against the seer. So if your evidence is not solid enough, you likely will be on the losing end. If you can, collect unemployment and move on. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.